I think so. You and my husband. My husband can't stand spiders either. Yeah, and you're breaking your the ones in this house are breaking their lease because they're not eating the insects. Yeah, do better. Popcorn Planet. Hi, Andy. I love I actually I found Andy Signor Popcorn Planet shortly after he started that channel. Um after when he was canceled. Um I don't know if you know his story. He was canceled after being falsely accused of bad behavior, we'll put it, on the job. And for obvious reasons, he had to uh, defend himself, and he had the lawyers and all that jazz. And he is now back above where he was on his former channels. And he's doing great. And he's got, well, he did end up getting divorced from his first wife, but he still spends a lot of time with his son. He still has an amicable relationship with her. He is remarried and he has another son and a stepdaughter. And Diego is the cutest. Diego is the cutest. That's his youngest. He came into the new studio and he's like, I want to play with that. I want to play with that. I want to play with that. And Andy's like, no, these are not play toys. He just bought a house. That's the first house he's been able to buy since he moved to Florida, away from California. But yeah, I support Andy. Y'all can't see me doing my yeah. My arms going up in the air and all. Yeah. Did I lose everybody? Just being quiet. Too hot for too. Well, I tell you something. Oh my goodness. What is that, Philia? Oh, it's a spider. It yeah. No, you don't. Well, yeah, the first one's not bad. Now now I have a question though. Um, yeah, I have a question, Ray. Yeah, there's a quote there somewhere. I had a Mexican rose need um tarantula when I was in fourth grade, and she was the side of my hands. And the thing about them is if you keep them in a flat surface and they feel secure, They're not going to bite you. She never bit me. Of course, I was feeding her crickets, so that might have had something to do with it. But she never bit me. um, I'm trying to get the quotes to work again. Um, but at the same time, uh, we were doing a study of tarantulas on at school, and that's one of the reasons why I had her. My dad thought I was crazy running around the house trying to find crickets and grasshoppers. You know, kept me out of trouble, and kept the cricket. Yeah, but I probably got into probably got into some trouble there too. Okay, that's not what I wanted because I kind of got rid of all the the spiders and the or the not the spiders, the black crickets in the yard. And if you know anything about Oriental beliefs, um, black crickets are actually supposed to be good luck. And I was feeding them to the trash. So I probably got a lot of bad luck that way. Literally. Yeah. Right. Oh. Mhm. You to Timmy. Okay, I think I got. Oh no, I didn't. The the only spider, the only spider my husband likes is Lucas, and Lucas is amazing. Lucas is so cute. Lucas is a. Mhm. Yes, and he does, and he has a friend who's a fly. Yeah. Yeah. Is it really Timothy? Timmy says his middle name is Lucas. I misspelled that and it went in here. I'm going to have to fix it. Yeah, he's but he's really cute. Yeah, they are. They're made for kids. I'm a Toys R Us kid. Ba-dum ba-dum ba-da 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 ba. Oh, you so are. And the thing is, once you start watching them, you got to watch the next one, and then the next one, and then the next one. Lucas is addicting. Yeah, that's what the LMIO. Okay, you can only hear me. Let me look. Let me look. Oh, we didn't do a sound check earlier. We should have. Did that make any difference? Oh, wait, you guys are gonna have to say something.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear them now?
Can you
Can you
guys
hear
hear
the-
us yet?
Can you hear the
Hello.
music? Is the music too loud?
No. I can't hear the music at all, to be honest.
Are we saying Timmy saying yay?
Okay, I think he can hear
Okay.
people now. Yay! So
That's gonna be awkward.
So when I said hi to Timmy, he didn't hear me.
No music, he said.
Okay.
There's no music.
Darn it. Try that again. Try the music again. There. Does that work? There should be music. And there would be music. Da, 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 da.
Please? Okay. Yay, the dog left.
Dog
I
love.
can. Yes, I can hear music now.
Okay, and we
Did
got
you turn on your game? If your
No.
music is coming from that game,
No.
You hear
Do
No.
James?
we hear
I can hear.
jams?
No, I can hear them. I can hear. No, I turned on the. I turned on the stream for a minute.
Okay, so
okay.
Like unmuted it so I could actually hear it.
I that might have
Martha, get back outside.
it might
Go
have been
on.
my fault because I streamed last weekend.
Try and get the dog in the house, but you guys might lose me.
Okay.
You
So
have to walk
we'll
away
say it
from
again. Hey, Timmy, how you doing, buddy?
Timmy.
Hi, Timmy.
Timmy.
Of course,
He says he thought everyone went missing for a bit and it was just Mia.
Sitting there chatting.
Mia's chatting to ghosts. Everybody else can hear.
In the world.
Yeah, I was excited when
Mina and her.
I was about to say, there's an
Mina and her
idea for a
spooky
YouTube
friends.
channel. You could do Mia with the missing, and it's just you talking to yourself.
oh, well, I do that every time I go live because nobody shows up.
What do you do on your live streams, Mia?
Talk.
I've done a few.
I mean, would you do like live readings or?
I'm thinking about actually doing a couple of streams that show how I put videos together.
Oh, nice.
You know, not so much going through the whole process because that would take way too long.
Yeah.
showing how I do my scripts in one, and then in another one how I record them, and then in another one, how I clean up the audio and go through and check for the audio to be right before I put it into the video program, and then how I put it in the video program and how I pull things in and where I get things and so forth. I just thought that might be something
Tim
people
just
would
said,
like.
"Oh." Tim just said, "Okay, this has got 100 times more interesting and less awkward now."
But we like the awkward.
But last week I did a stream. I didn't actually stream because I couldn't stream from that channel. I have a games channel, Mina Plays.
Oh, nice.
And I was going to stream from BDO what I do after I do this, because we've been having some people showing up and causing problems, and I thought, well, if I can get a record of it, I can show it to the devs and say, look, we're not kidding. And I couldn't stream because that channel was not eligible to stream yet. And
Unfortunately, you have to have 1,000 subscribers before you can stream.
no, you don't. But I had not turned on streaming for that channel yet, and didn't know it. So now,
Oh, wow.
like Thursday night, Wednesday night, maybe it was Tuesday night, I went in and did a really short, like maybe 15-30 minute stream just to make sure that it was streaming. It's all got the wrong backgrounds and everything, which I've got to fix. But at least I was able to stream from that channel. So
What games do you stream? Is it like PC games or?
PC games, yes.
No, because I've been considering doing it myself, but it'll probably just be me like sort of just chatting at the game for like 30 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, I was mostly quiet during the whole thing, except when I was talking across the room. I did go in a couple times and say things like, the reason I'm following this person on the screen is because they've been causing problems, and I want to make sure that it's obvious who's causing the problems and that the people around them are not interacting with them and not wanting to be in this situation. But yeah, it didn't quite work. So we're not open this week, and because there's a marketplace fair, I believe it's in Valencia, so we'll be open again next week. So I'll probably be streaming again next week from that
So I'll have to keep an eye out for that.
I will put it in Twitter. You know.
Yeah, I'll definitely keep an eye out for that. It'll be something I'd like to see.
Humming and having TT back. What? No. No.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
I'll make it go away.
Yeah. But you killed me. My mind just went completely. Oh golly.
Teabagging. I saw that. Teabagging.
Hey, I'm not the one who started with the humming. The wife was.
No. Humming. I don't know if it means the same thing like to you that it does to me. But humming just like.
Mouth music?
Yeah, just humming music. Well, what else does it mean?
Really? I would have to explain a hummer to you and teabagging?
No, thank you.
Yeah. No, thank you. Please.
Wait.
No.
Timmy says he enjoys these shows more than normal narration videos.
Right?
I'm starting to question you now, Ray. I'm starting to question your
I also have another
your knowledge on
gaming.
Still have another what?
I go ahead. You're questioning his knowledge on gaming. I get it.
No, not gaming.
No. I'm questioning his knowledge just on general in life. Like, how do you not know what teabagging is? Jesus Christ!
I'm an innocent
Haven't you
flower.
ever watched a buddy?
Buddy
Homie,
movie.
I've read some. Homie, I've read your stories. You're not innocent.
I'm an innocent flower, PA. I don't know what you're insinuating.
All right, just go to the Urban Dictionary and look up Hummers and TBAGs.
Just don't read it out loud.
Right, right. Don't read that out loud. I don't think we could pass that off as.
Well, we're
Oops.
more than 5 minutes into the stream, but I really don't want to see us get.
Oh, and Timmy says don't look up Arabian goggles.
Oh no, don't. Or golden showers.
Oh,
I mean,
I know what golden showers are.
Goggles.
you can look up Amber Turd though.
So, let me see if I can explain teabagging to Ray in a way that's PG. So,
He
Ray,
knows what
have
it
you
is. He
ever been
knows what it
playing a
is.
shit?
He knows.
does
He's
know?
winding you up.
Okay.
And there's the voice of
When you,
Does he know what a Hummer
reason.
is?
Right, so teabagging is when
Okay.
basically you pour the milk in, you get the sugar ready, and you
Shut up.
dip the tea bag, and the Hummer's a car, no?
Mhm.
I mean, he's not wrong. At the
No,
same time,
he's not wrong.
Yeah, that's what it is, Ray. Yes, that's what it is.
Yes, yes. We'll just leave it at that. But
Yeah,
just
yeah.
remember, the tea bags have to come
Look.
first.
Right, tea bag, yeah.
to
Well, no,
To-
I guess not necessarily.
quote epic rap battles of history, lift up my gut and teabagging these nuts.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, there's another meaning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are funny, man.
Epic rap battles of history is one of the greatest things to ever exist for any reason.
And they still do that.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Yes, they still do that.
I literally ain't seen one probably in about 2 or 3 years.
I haven't seen one since my son moved
They haven't
out.
subscribed to the channel. They haven't dropped one recently, but they're still making new ones, and they're fucking hilarious.
I checked the Disciple the other day, and I was very pleased to see that they still have a channel and they are still putting out videos. I was like, yay! That's somebody I'd like to
Ray,
get on here.
they have one where it's Charles Darwin. Yeah. So Ray, they had one that was Charles Darwin versus Ash Ketchum, and
Oh,
one of my
nice.
favorite lines from that one is when it's Charles Darwin's turn, and he's like Mighty Morphin Michael Vick. Your animated slave fights make me sick. Like, I'm dead. I'm fucking dead.
You know what? I'm going to sub to this. I literally don't know why I'm not sub.
Genius.
Yeah, they are.
What's that, Filia?
I said, whoever writes those is genius.
Yeah, they're good. I enjoy them immensely.
Explains why you might not
My
write
favorite
about
still
something
has to
that
be
you're
the-
afraid to write about. Yeah. Exactly.
ERB, my favorite ERB is still will until this day will probably forever be J.R.R. Tolkien versus J.R.R. Martin.
Oh, yeah.
G.R.R. Martin. Pretty sure
Oh,
it's a G, not a
you
J.
didn't- Timmy's asking questions.
That's a J.
Aside from some of the more obvious explanations why you might not write something, what's something you're afraid to write about?
Something I'm afraid to write. That's a good question. Honestly, so far, there's not been... Sorry, go on, PA?
I was gonna say, is are we taking this? Are we afraid to write this to put on YouTube, or just afraid to write this in general?
I'm guessing he probably means
Yeah.
in
No,
general.
because, yeah, I think it's in general, because the next question is pretty much in general, too.
I would say, honestly, so far, there's not been anything that I've wrote and I thought, okay, I don't want to be writing this. To me, the most interesting thing about, for instance, horror, if we're talking about horror, is how deep and disturbing human beings can be. So quite a lot of what I write is exploring people and what goes into people, especially broken people. So to answer your questions, no, nothing yet. But there was a few times when I was writing my first book when I had to stop and think, wow, am I actually writing this? But yeah, nothing that I'm too scared to write, no.
That though is kind of would make me leery, because writing about broken people do horrible broken things.
Yes.
Oh, yes. But
and so,
you know, I'm starting to get to where I can put my head back around it, because I'm starting to think about where the story's going again. I have a story. I'm not going to say which one it is because I don't want you guys to guess. I have a story I wrote and narrated a while back, and I had thought that these two characters had one type of relationship. I thought they were brother-sister relationship. What I didn't know, when I started the next part of it, I realized that no, he's her father, but she doesn't know it.
Ah.
And
see, that I was going somewhere else with that. I was thinking, a whole Cleopatra thing.
No,
but nope.
I'm sitting there, and he's comforting her as she's had a nightmare or something, and he puts her in her bed and sits down next to her and starts reading her a story, and starts thinking about, when she was born and all this other stuff. And I'm going, wait a minute. Did I just what? Wait. And I stopped, and I haven't touched the story since, because I'm just like,
you freaked yourself out.
Yeah.
Do you know what I think? Do you know what I honestly think? I think that nothing should be taboo as long as it makes sense to the story and it deserves to be in the story. So if the story you're telling, certain scenes, certain situations, certain things that happen, forward the story and forward the narration to the point where it feels like a complete resolution. So you have your beginning, your middle, your end, and it plays a part in that, and it makes sense, and nothing should be off the table.
Well, I agree, and that was the other part of it, is it's not so much that it's taboo to me, it's just it changed the whole dynamic of, and it explained a lot, because I couldn't understand in the first part why he was so protective of her, and why he was keeping a look on her, and always, being, even though he was her oldest brother, he was very overprotective of her versus some of the other sisters, and I couldn't figure that out, and that explained all of it. It's just, it was like, whoa, I gotta back away from this, because I gotta figure this out in my head. And hello, General, and hello,
we got some new people in the chat. What's up?
Hello, General. And Spider, yeah.
I'm glad you said. I'm glad you said that, because I read that as Spider, because my dyslexia kicked in for a moment. And for anybody who's new, I just put Ray's link in the chat. But please be sure to check out our guest YouTube channel, both him and his wife, which is also here with us. It's JellyBean. Narrate on the channel, and they're both amazing. So check them out.
Check them out. The links.
Or I will not give you the good nightmares.
Their links
so Timothy asked.
Their links are also in the description. Yeah, Timothy asked a couple questions. Have you ever received a request for a story that were just too dumb to consider for a story?
That's, again, a very good question. I done a bit of freelance work where people submitted ideas and they paid me money to write them. There was some ideas that I received which were a bit out there, and I wondered where they could go. But thankfully they came together quite well. So I don't ever think, if for instance you're just talking about the kernel of an idea, just like the initial sort of catalyst of the story, I don't think that could ever be too stupid. I think obviously
Really?
they've built it into. Yeah, honestly, I really do think that
Okay.
if you've got
Dumb and
like,
Dumber 3.
I've never seen it.
Maybe they haven't made it because it's too stupid.
Okay.
So if anybody ever asks you to write Dumb and Dumber 3, say no.
Just write Dumb and Dumber 3 as a horror. Just write Dumb and Dumber 3 as a comedy horror, and it would be instantly good.
And both of them die.
Get to like skin them and that stupid van.
But honestly, I do think that the catalyst is fine. It could be out there, but as long as the execution is correct, then you can turn an out there idea into a pretty good story. So I don't think I've ever seen an idea that is bad. I think it comes down to the execution.
Mm-hmm.
So
no, I think you're right, actually. Mars Attacks.
Like here's an example. That movie was funny. Okay, I don't care who you are. I enjoyed that movie.
I know,
it's
funny. Hysterical.
Yes,
because they did it very well, and the actors they had. But the premise itself is, they have to chew nitrogen gum because they can't breathe their air, so they're chewing nitrogen gum. And they're tiny little green men with Napoleon complex, and it just it's such a trope. But then when they actually did it, and all the people that they had doing it was just, it was. So I think you're right. You can, if the execution is done properly.
So I think it works equally the other way around. I've seen plenty of good ideas that have been messed up by execution. So I think people do completely underrate how important execution is.
Yeah, like Cece gave me an idea because I said I can write a story off pretty much any idea, and Cece's like, "All right, human popsicles," and I was just like, "Bet." And the story's on Filia's channel, and it came out fucking great because she just told me write a story based around somebody becoming human popsicles, and what I wrote was a siren that came in with a storm and fucking called out all the men in their houses. And they just stood there in awe and in a trance and just fucking froze to death. Human popsicles.
No, General, they did not make a third one.
I'm going to have to listen to that.
No, then they did not make it. Yeah, I was just using that as an example.
And I haven't watched Prey yet. I've seen a lot of stuff on Prey, and it makes me kind of want to watch it, but I'm not sure I'm going to watch it yet. But that was actually to PA, so it's.
Oh wow! We just gave Timmy another inspiration for a novel, or inspiration for another novel.
I haven't watched Prey yet. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the concept of a human being able to track, hunt, and confront a fucking predator who is a highly advanced alien life form with pretty much every form of tracking and hunting skill known to mankind and above. So I'm still trying to wrap my head around something a mere human being possessing the skills to do that.
There's a quote from Filia.
Right. I was just I remember I'm trying to think of where I wanted to go with that.
You told me to keep it, so
I and you did, because I would not have remembered.
Oh.
And then the
so what is the idea? What is the idea?
Well, Timmy's got another question here.
What is the? I was going to ask, what is the idea that we gave Timmy for a novel?
Yeah, he said
he's got to go. He's got to go write it. Well, the question that Timmy had asked was, and Mia, don't you cut me off again. I'll run over your toes. You're in the Traveler's Tavern jail, and you guys have been bad. So we're going to have to put you to death. So what would you each like your last meal to be?
Ooh. What would you like your
I
last
love when
meal to be?
she sighs like that. I like her sigh.
Come.
I know.
Probably pie mash, but they won't know what that is.
Pie mash?
Yeah.
It's not pie mash, is it?
It's an East London thing, they won't.
Right.
What?
Pie mash. Pie mash, Jelly saying.
basically, can you get a picture
It's
of
like
it?
shepherd's pie.
Yeah. No, nothing like that.
Let me get
Oh,
what
okay.
I'll try to get you.
It's an East London thing. You wouldn't have it where you are.
Is mashed
Pie and
mashed
mash.
potatoes?
Yeah, mashed potatoes and pie, and you get
Show them that one.
do you know what liquor is?
Yeah.
Yeah, with liquor on it. It's I'm not a big fan, but you are, aren't you? I just sent you a picture in the chat. That's basically what we're talking about.
Oh, that looks so good.
Oh, interesting.
Context. That's pie and mash.
Yeah, that would be mine anyway.
Me,
Its sauce is green.
of course, I would say anything that Jelly makes. But because we're both in jail together, and obviously she ain't making food, I would say doner kebab. Absolutely love it.
What was that? You
Say
broke
that
up.
again.
Boy,
Doner kebab. You know, lamb doner,
Oh,
chicken doner.
kebabs.
Oh,
Yeah,
Kebabs.
but
Kebabs.
not like the kebabs you get on a stick. Like you get like the guy cuts the meat off in like strips, throws it in pita bread. Job done. Absolutely lovely.
Oh,
Send a picture of that and all.
Yeah, I'll show you a picture of kebab as well.
Ray, for as many burgers as you eat, I'm surprised your last meal is not a burger, boy.
Nah,
I was just gonna say he's
No.
gonna say burger, but he didn't. He surprised me.
I ate too many burgers. Like if I'm gonna go out and I've got last meal, I want something a bit better. You know.
chicken
Might as well
nuggets.
go on
Listen,
Bruce.
listen,
so
listen, boy. You
Oh.
could never have too many burgers. Burgers are life.
You
Do
know,
you know what?
I think I'm with both of you. I'll take one of each.
Yeah, but do you know what? I literally thought I could never have too many burgers. And it weren't until about, say 2 months ago, we went out for lunch and we went to this new pub that we hadn't been to before. And they'd done 3 burgers in one. And it absolutely killed me. And, like, ever since then, I ain't looked at burgers the same. It was too much even for me.
Wow.
He has PTSD of the burger.
I kid you not, I had to tweet about it.
PTSD. I remember that tweet.
Yeah, I'm sweating now just thinking about it.
I'm sweating now. It's hot. I had enough of it now.
Ray, just adopt my philosophy. You buy a big ass burger, you eat half of it there, then you bring the other half home for like an hour later when you're hungry again.
It does, Julia. It does.
Story. So one morning I'm on the phone to PA and he tells me that, I'm just going to go and buy, a pint of ice cream.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember this, PA?
Yes, I do.
He's like, I'm just going to drive, half an hour and, like 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to pick up some ice cream. And he's in this ice cream shop for like half an hour.
That's dedication, man. I do that for ice cream, 100%.
but you have to eat it before you got home because it would be melting.
No. I bought pints of ice cream.
Where did you go?
What?
It's a creamery. It's a creamery that in Gettysburg called Half Pint Creamery. It's fucking the best ice cream I've ever had.
Best ice cream I ever had. I can't remember. Carvel, and it's between Carvel and Yum Yums.
Yum
But yeah, Yum Yums.
Carvel is an ice cream.
No, Carvel
Carvel's
is
not ice cream. It's custard.
In Florida. Carvel is an ice cream shop. It's run by the Carvel family, and they make homemade ice cream right there in the shop. It's creamery ice cream, creamery, and
I was thinking Culver's. I apologize.
And Yum Yums. I don't know if they're still there, but they were on the edge of UNCG in North Carolina. And they also made homemade ice cream, but it was college setting. So I guess because it tastes better because they were gearing it towards the college set, and they also had like hot dogs and hamburgers and all sorts of stuff like that. So with it all mixed together, the ice cream just was better there. I don't know. I know Ben and Jerry's were opened up down the street and didn't do as well as Yum Yums. If that says something.
It's the name.
Yeah,
It's the name, 100%. You hear Yum Yum, you're like, I gotta go there.
It's tickling jelly, like Yum Yum.
Do you know what it is? I keep thinking of Joe from Impractical Jokers going yum 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 yum. Oh well. It's so hot.
See, you're saying it's so hot. It's so hot. It's like hotter here, but that's okay.
We all know that if there was an ice cream store that opened up called Farts Creamery, that Jelly Bean would be eaten there almost every single day.
You know what? I totally forgot about farts. Well done.
How do you forget about it? Actually, you have forgot about farts.
I ain't really mentioned them, have I, for a while? Mm.
What's
We
going on?
asked
She forgot
that-
about farts.
We asked that question.
We asked
for
that
you.
question now.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
That's
Do you
become
now for
a
Ryan?
permanent question.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear it. If that question needs to be asked, really, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It
It's
You've
fine.
already
They-
asked for
it
they-
does.
two.
It's
People have,
mandatory.
yeah.
People.
That question
awareness.
needs to be added to job interviews or passport applications, and should really be everywhere, shouldn't it? Don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we could.
I think that's a good.
I mean,
question.
you could even probably end up making like a
Spider.
an experiment, kind of like a Schrodinger's cat thing.
It's like Schrodinger's fart.
Exactly. Is the
Basically,
part in there or is the part not in there?
basically, if someone done a fart, if you don't smell it, it has it happened.
Here it
Okay.
has.
Exactly.
You want me to
Exactly.
dig? Last night,
No.
I was looking for
The police,
something.
the police could use it. The police could use it, innit? In interviews and stuff. It's like, trying to sort of figure out whether you're guilty or not. Like, if you heard a fart and you were speaking on your own, you can kind of get their character from that.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah, it breaks down boundaries, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
you do.
Question.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah,
question.
I had
It's
a.
an all-rounder
I had a-
question. It could be anywhere.
I was watching videos last night. I needed something to clean my video palette, so to speak. And I ended up on baby videos. And there's this one set of baby
Wow.
videos that every time every baby in the video farted at some point in the video.
Oh,
And
wow.
the little boy gets his baby brother in his arms and he's so cute and you take him.
Wow.
She's just laughing at the sound of a fart.
Charlie,
You take him.
look at my finger.
Yeah,
Wow.
Charlie, you farted.
yeah. The daddy's playing with the legs, doing bicycle with the legs, and puts the legs up, pulls the legs back.
Well, anybody's gonna fart in that
Hold on, what were you
position.
trying to?
I know, it's just so funny, and it was giggling for like, and I'm like, I gotta
think
stop
that's-
watching
I
this.
think that's one reason. I think that's one reason why it's good that as we get older, we're less limber. Because
You know how to put that in there.
are you following me now? Are you guys there yet? I can't hold this elevator door forever. Farts, elevators, never mind.
Hey, February.
Oh, it's funny. It's Furbies.
And you still owe
What's
me that
going on?
story,
What's up,
Jellybean.
bro?
Oh, you owe a fart story.
Yeah.
It's the
I'll
Brits, he
get there.
says.
You know what? You could like just completely skip the story, just like write an epic like ode to farts. So just like poem that goes on for like
Ode
knows
to
how long about farts.
No, that's too
Give
far.
farts.
That's a bit much.
Oh my
The
god.
farts, the glorious farts.
Actually,
Their sound is like music to my ears.
No, I'm gonna make a note. I'm just gonna write it. I'm just gonna write a story about farts. A story about farts.
I
Anyway,
don't know how we got on farts. There's thunder
You said about
again.
you said your question.
Yeah, we said we asked your question. We
Yeah,
ask your
I'm not
question
sure
every week.
either.
That's how we got there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
You
I just had another horrible thought. We still have to do gynecological exams periodically.
Ugh.
I thought she said I've just done another terrible fart.
That would be horrible.
What?
Oh my God.
No comment.
I'm just having all of these. I'm having all of these horrible flashes before my mind now. Of, because when you get older, you can't control that stuff.
Yeah, but I
Oh.
needed something to giggle about, and that's what came up. And basically, oh God, I got my own
Puts
quotes.
the legs up, pulls the legs back. Hey, that reminds me of the punchline, a joke I know.
Because we've lost 2 people this.
Is it me looking in the mirror?
No,
that must have been
going
me.
backwards. You put it in.
Was
No,
that one of
how
the
do
ones that I quoted, Mia?
That's the
No,
one.
these are both me and Mina.
The last one's the one that you just put in. You know how to do it. It's exclamation point, add quote, one word, and then you just put in what you want to quote. And then space and who said it and when.
How do you say? How do you do it again?
Exclamation
Point quote and then
add quote.
Last
Right.
one is the one you just put in.
add quote.
And then, oh my gosh. Ray, what am I going to do with you?
Again.
He's going to make us
Okay,
put
so
his
this-
quotes in.
Right. Does anybody know how to eat a frog?
Eat a frog?
I know
Yeah.
how to eat frog legs, but they don't give you much.
It's easy.
Where'd that come from?
You put one leg over one ear and one leg over the other ear.
Oh, gads.
Come on, it's funny.
It is. It's funny. Can't you hear? She's dying over there.
No, I didn't hear anybody laughing. That's when I'm like, oh my God.
I was too busy quoting it.
Oh, okay. I've known that joke for so long. I knew that joke before I knew what that joke was.
I think we're steadily spiraling.
Yeah, that's okay. So
put my lip behind my head. I won't pay anymore.
Wow.
right?
Definitely spiraling.
Wow.
It's funny.
That's just.
So,
You guys should be able to do this. And there's another one he's going to put in. There, see? PA Nightmares, put it in.
Quote number
I've only done women. I've never done men.
Yeah.
number 23. I've only done women. I've never done a man. JellyBean 2022.
Good.
Oh. Wow.
So
Well,
we have to
this
see
is-
if any of the other shows will be doing this. And then we'll get quotes from everybody's shows that we have no idea the context. And that would just be worth
Out of
having a
context
show
quotes
just
are
for
the best.
yes, a whole show out of context quotes.
But that's the whole point of the out of context. They're out of context, so you don't know what they,
Right.
were originally about.
So if we can get the other shows,
Mm-hmm.
if we can get the other shows to do it, then we can have a show where we just, us and the guests read the quotes.
You know what you should do actually?
Or when
You
we
should
have
use the
a
out. You could use the out of context quotes as a writing prompt.
oh,
Right? Right?
Because like literally, where would that go? You know what I mean? We're literally looking. You could take any one of these. Like for instance, the last one is the one that you just put in. You know how to do it. Me and Mina 2022. What's the story behind that?
No idea.
I
I've
was trying to get
I've
you
only
guys
done
to
women.
put
I've
your
never
own.
done a man. Immediately, first thing that comes to mind is a serial killer who's only killed women, but now is curious what it would feel like to kill a man.
And
By
that
curious,
plays.
by
Do you know what
curious
that
serial
plays
killer.
into Jelly's quote as well. Like she's only done women. She's never done them.
That's where it started from.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's where I got it from. That's why I said it'd be like serial killers only killed women, but now it's like, you know what? I've only done it in women. I've never done a man. Let's see how I like that.
Right. It would be
You'll
a great way to
kinky.
front.
You know,
So what else do you? We can actually do part of the interview if you guys want. But I'm curious. What else do you guys? Now that you have your new channel,
yes.
and you're writing, I can't believe how that you do it all in one day. A little bit crazy, but do you have
A
big
fucking
things
workhorse.
planned?
Yeah. Do I have anything planned? Is that the question?
Yeah. Or is it just kind of seat of your pants?
Well, in a minute, it's seat in my pants. Seat in my... Is that funny? Seat in my pants. She likes that. Seat in my pants.
It's
Seat of
not
the
funny when
pants
they
just
say it,
means-
it's funny when you say
What,
it.
the seat in my pants? Cool. So yeah, at a minute, it's a seat in my underwear.
No, it's when they used
Don't
to
worry,
have
you'll blow that out.
the parachute. When pilots used to have a parachute and they sat on it as a seat cushion,
Ah.
and when they would hang by their ass if they had to use it, the emergency ejection. So it was just willy nilly by the seat of your pants.
You're killing her. That's at a minute. I'm So seat in my pants. Can I ask this question?
Flying by the seat of his pants.
Yeah, so I started probably about 6 weeks ago, seat in my pants.
Just had the best idea involving that, exactly that.
Oh,
A
yeah,
World War II fight. No, listen, you can have it. If you can figure out how to do this, World War II pilot gets shot down and he's literally parachuted, he's hanging, coming down, and he's hanging by the seat of his pants.
in a tree.
And instead of, no. Instead of landing on, some German farm or something, he lands in hell.
Ooh.
Mm.
That actually kind of writes itself, isn't it? Like, because
Kinda.
he thinks he's just landed in hell, and that's what happened. But he died during whatever fight we was having, and he's ended up in hell naturally.
Yeah, it could be. It could be anything. I mean, it could be anything. But if you write it, I want to be sure to hear it first. Not that I'm not claiming. I want to hear it before you guys put it out there.
What I do, I'll put it on my list, and I mean this in the nicest way. I don't mean anything bad by it, but I'm going to put it next to the fart story, and I'll make sure that it gets done.
Okay. Because that'll get done too.
Story about. There we go. Good shit. But circling back.
A doctor.
Sorry, wrong, PA.
Fart story. A doctor prescribes medication and it causes his clients to uncontrollably fart until they die.
Oh. Mm.
Wasn't that a Doctor Who episode?
That's just. Well, I don't know, but that's a mean doctor right there.
Yeah.
I said this as a joke, So I said this as a joke, Ray, but I said, isn't it funny that as children we're taught not to trust strangers or take candy from strangers, but as an adult we'll go to a doctor who we don't know, take medication they prescribe us, and just trust that it won't kill us.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, we also tell children not to talk to strangers, but then we make them put on costumes and go around strange doors and knock on the door and take candy from them.
For heard.
Give me candy, stranger. I want your candy.
Yeah.
Do you know what, though, yeah? I honestly think strangers get a bad rap. I mean, I've had, like, great times with strangers. Like, you just, like, have chats with...
It's out of context quite
No,
right
no,
there.
no,
Yeah,
no,
it's a
no,
great
no,
time
no,
with
no.
strangers.
And I've had
Had a great time
knives
with strangers.
stabbed in my back by friends.
Well,
But you know,
yeah.
yeah,
And strangers are bad.
No. Y'all aren't strangers. I know
No,
you guys.
yeah.
You're friends.
Oh, I'm just saying sometimes strangers are better though, because your friends are the ones that are more likely to stab you in the back.
Well, I mean, it really depends on the situation, too. So Furberry got super lucky today and got a bigger horror author to let him narrate a
Wait, a
story.
story.
That's
Oh,
amazing.
wow.
I can't wait to hear
that
it.
is pretty good.
Yay.
Yay. Well done, Furberries. But you know what, yeah? I would never say no to that.
Awesome job, dude.
That's wonderful.
You would never do what, Ray?
I realised what I said, and then, like, I got a dirty look from, like, Kel.
You're dirty.
Not a dirty look, but, like, it could be an out of context quote, and I said I would never say no to that bear.
And then Burberry said, thanks, I'm excited. Oh.
Open widget.
Got it, so.
It's too bloody hot in here. I've had enough of it.
Yeah, how can you? You can.
No, don't. Make sure. Oh, I've had enough.
Oh my gosh, that
Too
was
hot.
good. I really do understand being too hot and the heat that everybody is having right now. Everybody is having.
There's just no air around. It's just so muggy. It's like, it's just sticky. Like you just constantly sweating. Horrible.
And the sweat doesn't go anywhere because the air is already too wet.
It's just
Yeah,
horrible.
it can't be evaporated because there's already too much moisture in the air.
Well, that's why it's so, that this 85% humidity now is
It's just heavy.
killing us here.
You guys don't have AC either?
No, we have AC, but you can't run the AC all the time. I got a $300 electric bill, and I don't have any money.
Oh.
But you hear my voice.
No, I understand what you're saying. We've got solar, and we've had the solar now, and they only took $50 off of our bill this month.
Yeah, I want.
I live in freaking Arizona. How can I only have sold them $50 worth of electricity?
I want solar.
Does that make sense to anybody?
I want solar. We just can't afford to put solar on the house.
Well, this is a
I'm
5-year. We actually qualified for a quote 25-year loan on this.
Oh wow!
No payments for the first year.
Congratulations,
So
Furberry. That's
and
so
it
awesome.
stays with the house. Yes.
Yeah.
But it stays with the house. So if we move and sell the house, whoever gets the house has to pay.
Right.
We don't have to keep paying on it if we move. So that would just be figured in to the house payment.
Yeah. And yeah, Furberry's.
But only selling $50, that's just crazy.
I've got an author that I sent a message to. Only way to reach him is by Facebook Messenger. And I sent him a message, and he's read the message, but he hasn't gotten back to me, which is kind of perturbing. But you know, he's a much bigger author than I am, and some of you guys might know him. If you know him, please poke him. His name is Jay Spezzelli Horror. Speziale Horror. And it's a Halloween story I want to do, and I hope he gets back to me for it. If you know him, please. Hey, there goes our air conditioner. Just turned on.
You're like, oh, there just went another $10.
Yeah, seriously. But yeah, my husband's had cataract surgery over July.
My mom had hers. Her next one is at the end of the month.
They did.
You and I talked about that.
Yeah, they did his right eye early, 2 weeks early, and he is really loving it.
Yeah.
Absolutely, fur berries.
The drum roll.
Yeah. All right. Still waiting.
Yeah, still waiting for the advice.
Yeah.
Because I don't ask a lot of people to write if I can read their stories. The ones I have been very open. I've had one person offer me, and Rose Black, I promise you, I'm getting to your stories.
Yeah, I told Rose Black there were several that I would like to do, and he's like, "Well, when are you gonna do them? When are you gonna do them?" It's like,
That's
I
a
don't
very
know.
good piece of advice.
Yeah, it is. It is. The thing is, at least for that, is he's got it's on the Creepypasta wiki, which most of those are CC by SA. But he actually has written on the bottom of it, do not use without asking and getting permission. Then you can do that on the wiki. You can put certain ones that way. So I sent him a message the way it said to contact him, and I haven't heard anything back. So yeah, maybe I'll just send you. I really want to do that, but if that one's a problem, can I do anything by you? So I always thought you had to ask for the specific story.
Yeah, that's how I ask.
So like the Wicker House, which I'm starting after PA's story. Which PA's story will be
I don't generally ask for I don't generally ask for a specific story. I generally ask them if they would be okay with me reading any their stuff, and if they say yeah, what you have in mind, I usually have a story in mind, but I just generally wait to see if they're okay with me doing anything of theirs before I ask for the story.
Well, it's like Sabian and Beautiful Nightmare already told me anything that they've, except for of course the last story in Sabian's books, I can do. And so I've got a couple of theirs coming up too. It's not a Reddit author for berries.
Beautiful.
It's a creepypasta wiki writer. You were saying?
I was just talking to Beautiful Nightmare, speaking of, and she's finished a story that was writing for me to narrate. She's just editing it now, so.
Ooh, cool.
Nice.
Yeah, the one that's coming up, you might have heard of him. He's still writing the series. The Wicker Man series is not finished. The Wicker Saga is not finished. But his name is Shadow Swimmer 77. And yeah, he's actually the one that turned me on to the other stories. That's so funny. I'm going to see that quote come up. I know Ray's going to quote that.
I was literally typing as you said that.
See, I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
All set up, ready to go.
Sometimes I say things and I'm like, oh shit. And sometimes I totally don't get it.
Oh. So, your husband's doing well after he's had both eyes done now?
Yes. Yes. And he's got 20/20 vision in his left eye and 20/30 vision in his right eye now.
That's not bad. Does he have
They didn't turn him
astigmatism?
into a Cyclops then?
No, they didn't turn him into a cyclops. And yeah, he does have astigmatism, but it's not as bad, he says. But he does have to do, close-up stuff. He's actually using reading glasses for close-up stuff.
I guess my mom's is bad enough. They said that she would probably still have to wear glasses, but the
Well,
prescription would be hardly any, but it's to correct her astigmatism.
that's what they told him.
Hmm.
But
Well, I guess they just never know until it happens.
yeah, when they were taking the lens out of his right eye, they actually scratched the cornea
Oh dear.
because it was just. I'm gonna quit putting these in and make you put them in, Ray. But it was so attached. They were trying to get it off, and they scratched the cornea.
Ouch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was complaining about it for like 3 or 4 days, and then he's like, it doesn't feel so bad now.
Interesting. Our eye doctors said that a lot of people say that the second surgery seems for some reason to hurt more than the first one. So I don't know if that's because you know what's happening or what, but that's just what he said. That people tend to have a little bit more problem. If they're going to have a problem, they tend to have a problem with the second surgery.
Mm.
I don't know. But I mean, the kid, he's younger than me. He's probably in his like 30s. I can't believe that there's, that we're being seen by doctors that are 20 years younger than us. It makes me feel very, very old. Or they're starting to put 12-year-olds through college now. I don't know. That could be it.
That was another thing I saw last night. That was one of the palate cleansers. This kid, he's 12 years old, and he's a surgeon in India. And he's
Wow.
also a biochemist. And I'm just going, wow, that's just.
So. You don't have to be successful in 10 different fields. You can just stick to one.
Well, he actually started surgery because somebody in the village needed surgery, and they didn't have anybody that could do it. And he said, well, I've read about it, so I'll do it. I'd be like,
Yeah. Oh, no, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I mean, I could probably do minor surgery on someone if I had to. But I've worked in surgery, so I just don't know how to do the anesthetic. Give me some ether. Here, read this.
Read this. Yeah, that's another.
And I only know how to deal with the ether because of Cider House Rules.
Yeah, that's another serial killer story right there. there.
I just had an imagery. It was graphic enough that I could see me writing a story just to put this in there. But it was of like a serial killer who has surgical skills, and he leaves his victims like awake while he's doing it. But at one point, he removes the eye and he turns it around. And he's like, "I see you," and I'm like, I kind of want to put that in the story,
how about
just
putting in
for shits and giggles.
how about putting in a robotic eye that actually talks to the optic nerve, but also sends pictures to a monitor so that somebody
Oh.
can track that person and see what they're doing.
Oh. That could have all kinds of bad.
See, I've seen
happenings.
movies that have had things like that in it, and it's just like
Mhm.
I think that would be something interesting to play with as a story. Ray, you keep more detailed notes than a goddamn secretary. Secretaries. Apparently, I'm his secretary today.
Did we lose Ray?
I hope not. Hello?
Hello?
Ray, Jellybean, you guys there?
I heard Jelly.
Yeah, we're here. Yeah, Ray's
Okay.
just popped to the toilet, but we're here.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll
Yeah.
talk about him while he's gone. Then.
Well, I was talking about him.
No, we just realized that we hadn't heard either one of you.
No, we're listening. We're just really, really hot at the moment. It's like I'm really struggling in this heat up here.
Yeah.
It's way too hot. It's well upstairs
Maybe
in
Ray
our
had
house.
one
It's
too many beers.
Oh, poor thing.
no.
Forgot
not
how
at
to
all.
speak.
No, he's only had 2. No, it's just so hot. Downstairs in our house is not too bad. We're sleeping downstairs at the moment. But upstairs is so hot. Like, literally sitting here continuously just melting.
Why
It's
don't
really
you
hot
move
here.
the computers downstairs?
We can't.
Oh.
It's raised set up. There's like 3 screens and, there's so
Oh,
much.
yeah.
Okay,
It's
so
like a big massive desk and mic and there's a lot,
my grandparents' house in North Carolina, it was a split, well, it wasn't really a split level, it was 2-level house. The front of the house, huh? The front of the house actually made it look like it was a single-story house. But every spring we had to move their recliners and the TV downstairs. You had to take them out the front door and go all the way around and come in the carport door to put them in there. And
Did they have like a screen porch?
no, it was just a carport, literally. They had a garage and a carport, and put it in the downstairs. I guess it's a non-formal dining or living room. And instead of spending the afternoon in the living room upstairs, everybody would spend the afternoon in the living room downstairs because it was cooler. And then when it would get cold, instead of heating that area downstairs, everything went back upstairs and just heat the top.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. It's absolutely baking in. That's why we usually sit downstairs, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
You guys need a screen porch.
We haven't been upstairs in our bedroom probably for the last week, have we?
At least
We've been downstairs.
week and a half, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like we need like an ice bath or something, isn't it?
But it's meant to be cooling down as of Tuesday. So we'll be back upstairs then. But for now, it's just, you work upstairs in the day, innit?
Yeah.
And he just comes downstairs like absolutely just melting, dripping with sweat, don't you?
Yeah.
And it's
So
horrible.
you guys need a couple of days of rain to cool the walls of your house down.
We're meant to have rain on Tuesday and Wednesday, but it keeps changing. It was meant to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, then it was just Wednesday. Now it's saying Tuesday and Wednesday, and it's like just flipping rain. I've had enough of it now, you know. This heat is just intense. We had like 40 degrees.
No, we had the hottest day ever recorded for our country a couple of weeks ago.
And it's just been relentless since then. And it's like they're saying that we're in some sort of heat dome or something in the UK.
Yeah.
And
That happens in Phoenix, where I'm from. There's so much asphalt and cars and buses and buildings and stuff that it literally creates a bubble of heat.
Yeah,
and it goes high enough that the clouds literally bump into it and skirt around. And when it's a permanent thing, they call it a heat island. Phoenix has a heat island.
Oh, it's terrible.
It's very, very hard to get rain into Phoenix now. And that valley it's like 100 miles side to side and at least 60 miles top to bottom. So it is a huge area to not get rain in.
Wow.
Hi, Horrors by Lily Nation. How you doing, Lily?
Hi, Lily.
Hey, Lily, what's up?
She's got some beautiful land to walk around. I don't know if you guys have watched.
Lily?
Yeah. I don't know if it's as hot there as it is here, but I've seen her walking around her yard, and it's beautiful.
I don't think anybody's getting any relief right now, unless you're in the southern hemisphere.
Actually, it's not been too bad here.
Oh wait,
it's not been cool by any stretch of the imagination, but
there's supposed
it's only
to be
been
fires in
the
Australia
high
right now.
80s.
Yeah, there are fires in Australia
Oh
right
shit!
now.
Really? You had to tell me that. Now I have to make sure Zori's okay.
Well, I just remembered about it. Oh, it started at the end of June. Oh, they call it their season starts in June. Kind of like monsoon season.
Yeah, we can't seem to get rid of the. It's like, well, it's not supposed to rain tonight, so we'll get some relief from the rain. And the next thing we know, thunder, lightning, rain.
Right. Seeing anything about maybe it's a named brush fire.
Okay, for berries, with everything that your children do online, you have to keep an eye on them. Because the predators are out there. They're out there. It may be totally innocent.
God. Oh, I just literally read what he wrote.
But yeah, you can't let them. You can't let them do anything on their own. It's horrible that you have to be that way with kids, because you really want to give them a chance to, make choices and decisions on their own. But it's just horrible what is out there.
It's the thing, it's a fine line you have to tread. You have to give them enough space to make decisions, make mistakes, because it's part of them growing up. But as I said, it's a fine line. You need to step in when you get shit like that, yeah.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I had conversations with... He deleted TikTok and Snap. That's probably good.
Nice.
But I remember having conversations with underage kids as an adult, as a mother. And I was watching out for them, like, being motherly because their parents weren't around at the time. To keep them from getting in trouble. But then again, I'm one of the good ones that are out here, not one of the predators. And the predators are the ones you have to watch out for. And you can't always tell which ones they are. It's kind of difficult sometimes.
I don't know. Oh, it took a dark turn.
Yeah, let's if an 11-year-old messaged me, I would tell them to talk to me in the comment sections because I'm not appropriate to have private conversations with a child, period. Very good, very good.
Yeah,
We
100%.
There's a group I'm in, it's a creepypasta group, and it's on Amino. Amino has like YouTube, has a 13 and up. And you know that there are younger children, but you have no proof of it. And this is the second time that I have seen this PSA come around where they're telling people, do not ship minor creepypasta characters. Do not age them up. Just don't do it. I don't want to hear stories. I don't want to see pictures. Do not do it. If you do it, we're going to report you and you will be deleted from the group because the group can be shut down because of you doing that. And I'm just like, why? Why would you? Why? I mean, you really want to date Ben Drowned? He's 12 years old. Am I the only one that sees something wrong with this? Obviously not, because they put that out there.
No.
It's just, yeah, it's... Why does somebody even have to say something like that? That's my problem. Why does anybody have to say that?
The same argument can be made for people who are like, I want to date insert random anime character's name here, because most anime characters are like anywhere between 13 to 16.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they're also cartoons.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but we're talking about. She was talking about dating creepypastas. So I mean, like it's the same aspect.
Yeah,
like if
no,
someone
that's
wants to date Ben Drown, who's 12 years old, but then
That's
goes,
what
I want to date Ash Ketchum,
No, thank
and
you.
he's like 11. It's just like, that's weird. You shouldn't say that out loud. Those are what I like to say. Those are inside thoughts. You think them inside your brain, and then you keep them inside your brain. Those are inside thoughts.
There was a there was a movie. I think it was called Hey Pim Demon. Yes, I know his last name isn't Drowned. But you completely lost what I was going to say.
I think that's the best one, PA, and I don't think that's ever going to go away.
Back in the way back.
What's that?
What I just quoted you on.
Oh.
I didn't see it.
Back in the way back, there was an animated movie. It was called American Independent Adult Animated Black Comedy Film. And it's called Fritz the Cat.
Long-winded turtle.
Oh,
and it
Fritz.
Is literally nothing but this cat having sex with all kinds of anamorphic, I can't say that word right now, anamorphic things. And he loves titties and he loves big asses. And that was back in like 72.
Yeah, Felix the cat is.
That's obscene cartoons. No, Fritz. Felix the cat is different. Felix the cat is for kids. Fritz the cat is for adults.
Okay, yeah. I got them mixed up in my head. But
Yeah.
yeah, he was
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
he was bad. He was really, really bad.
They had comic books of him,
Yeah,
like
I
underground
remember.
comic books.
I remember.
Yeah.
And
I remember the first time I saw that,
Thank you,
it was
Mia.
late at night. First time I saw it, it was like we had just gotten cable, and I don't even remember what movie channel it was. It was we only got one movie channel, and it was on at like 2 o'clock in the morning. So I got up and I snuck in there and I started watching this, and my eyes were huge. I was like, holy shit, what is this? And I went in and I woke up my brother, and he's like, oh yeah, I saw that a couple weeks ago. It's like, and you didn't tell me? Like, I'm not going to talk to you about that.
okay, so like Ben Drowned is 12, Lulu is 14, Sally is 8, Lazarus is 8 to 12, Lifeless Lucy is 10. And it just goes on, you know? And it's like, look, none of these characters are even close to the age of consent in any country. Don't do it. It's your final warning. And it actually put your final warning, guys. This is your final warning.
I solemnly swear that I'm up to no good.
I don't know.
All right, well, it's almost 10 till, guys.
Yep, it is. So, Felix, Filia,
It be that time.
since you're back, you get to do it. She's going, what is she talking about?
Oh,
She's going, what are you talking about? Commercial!
Commercial. Oh, that's a line from Lulu Dallas. Multi-Pats.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
What the hell is the name of that movie? It has Lulu Dallas, Multipass. What's the name of that?
I don't remember.
Anyway, that commercial quote
Yeah.
comes from Ruby Rod. And he's in the middle of doing something, and he gets angry, and he's like, commercial! Commercial! Go to commercial! Why can I not remember the name of that movie?
I don't know. So we are on the
Fifth Element. Yes. Thank you, Lily. God, that was just so gone out of my brain. Fifth Element.
Okay.
Commercial. Commercial.
Yeah. That's sad news about him too this week.
Who else died?
Well, we lost Michelle Nichols, who was
Aww.
the original Uhura.
Yes.
We lost Olivia Newton-John.
Oh.
And we lost Anne Heche.
Oh yeah, they kind of pulled the plug on her.
Well, actually,
They're
I don't
keeping
think
at
they've
the moment.
I don't think they've actually turned the life support off because they were going to harvest her
No,
organs.
Yes.
But
Yes.
she's brain dead, so she's legally dead. And
Yes.
the news came out that Bruce Willis has a disease that is taking his memory and his cognitive functions. It's not dementia; it starts with a A, but yeah.
Jesus.
This has been a bad week, guys. Let's have a good week this week, please. This is the Nevermore Collective. Well, yeah, I know he's got aphasia, but he's also got something else that's affecting his brain. This is separate from the aphasia.
Like the Lewy body. Oh.
the last couple of movies, he's had to have an earpiece with them telling him his lines so he could remember them.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
So, yeah, his cognitive functions are really going down, and he's not. From what his, I think it was his son, maybe it was his daughter, that was giving the announcement, said that he won't be making any more movies. That was it. The last one was the last one. He's not making any more. It's just too hard for him because he gets frustrated because he can't remember what he's supposed to do and say, and it's too hard. And I can understand
Tony
that.
Dow died on the July 27th. He played Beaver's older brother.
Yeah. Now, there have been several people who have been reported as dead that aren't dead. Like Dick Van Dyke and Gladys Knight.
Also, Paul Sorbino died.
Yeah.
From Goodfellas. I'm looking people up.
Okay, Pimp Demon. Night. We're getting ready to go to let JellyBean and Ray get some cool air on them.
Yes,
Ivana Trump
Sleep
died
in the garden.
a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. So,
I solemnly swear that I'm up to no good.
if you want
Jesus
to
Christ.
have a show, you can get a hold of any one of us. I don't have the list up. That's why I want somebody else to do this. Me, PA, As the Raven Dreams, Midnight Researcher, CCG, Seraphine,
Why are you putting
Silver
Midnight Researcher
Threads,
in there? Oh, because he's got a show. Never mind.
Dexter, Derringer, the Dark Narrator, Sleeping Wendigo. Who am I missing? Patience, Sketty Hunter, 242. I think that's everybody. Get a hold of one of us. We can set you up and get you going. We can help you get whichever you want to do. If you want to do a live stream or if you just want to post videos, we can do both. That was a movie, Raven. No one makes it out. Go and have a great life. Oh my goodness. So we will be back next week. We have Casey Weir Alien back.
We have Casey Weir. We pretty much got Casey. We just have to make sure she's available next weekend versus another weekend.
Yeah. Make sure that her little alien is letting her do things. Her little girl is so cute.
Yes, she is.
But
Yes, she is. I love seeing the pictures.
yeah. So tune in next week. I think I don't know what's scheduled for this week because nothing's actually on the schedule right now. So I don't know if people are taking the week off or what. The Dark Narrator.
Oh, the rest of the shows I have not.
I said the Dark Narrator.
EDM. He's got a show on here now?
Yes.
How have I missed all of this?
I don't know.
Yeah, Raven and the Dark Narrator moved their the Dark Nest podcast over from his channel to over here.
Oh.
So anything you don't think will fit on your channel and you want to try it, bring it over here.
Grave Matters is
still on hiatus for the summer.
Until the first week in October.
Because it's too dang hot.
The Dark Nest podcast, Myths and Mysteries.
Yeah.
Nevermore Gaming, Solving the Millennium Puzzle, Stories Around the Campfire.
I sent
wow.
I sent the Millennium Puzzle link to my son, and he goes, "Mom, you know I don't play Yu-Gi-Oh anymore." And I said, "I'll just take a look at it." And he takes a look at it and he says, "You know I binged watched that whole series." I got him. I got him. All right. So, is there anything you want to ask us, guys?
No, nothing.
No, as always, you guys have been amazing.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm just sorry we're not as talkative as usual because we're like losing about 80% of
Wiped
our
out.
water in our body at the moment.
Yeah.
It's all good. You guys might as well be a fucking couple pieces of chicken in an oven right now.
Might as well.
oh my goodness! Some of your sayings, PA.
Hey guys, I hit 450 on subscribers.
Nice.
I'm actually
Yay!
456 now.
Really?
Congrats.
Right? Now I get
I
to
hit-
spend the next
I
2
hit
years trying to
700
get 500.
If you
I-
go to my locals,
Yeah.
if you
I
go to
hit
my
700. I'm actually at 716
Oh,
currently.
awesome. Wow.
If you go to my locals,
great.
there's a preview there for the blooper reel.
Oh. Cool.
Hey, Reviled Darkness. Came in just in time for us to say goodbye. And if you want to support me and the channel, you can go to my locals. I just put the link in there. I don't have too
Don't
many.
forget to hit the like button, everybody.
Oh yeah, make sure you hit the like button because I know we've got more than. We've got
8.
Yeah, we've had more than 8 people in here. We're getting there.
Don't forget to go check out Ray and JellyBean's channel.
Yes.
And if you
tell
guys
them
haven't
how
already,
how
don't
great
forget to
they
check
are.
out our channels as well.
Cheers, guys.
Thank
Tell
you.
them how great they are. And
They are down in the description. You can
yeah,
find
it's
all of their
their tweeters. Their tweeters.
readers. Yep.
Their Twitters. The American link to his Amazon author page, because I keep ending up on the UK version of it. I don't know how they do that.
Oh,
Yeah,
because that's the version they have.
Bloody Brits.
I keep
Terrible,
ending
isn't
up.
You bloody Brit.
I keep ending up on the UK one, and I have to sign in, and I'm going, I know I'm already signed, and then I see the UK, and I go, oh yeah, that's why I had to sign in again. So that is the American link.
Give
I wonder if there's a button somewhere that says that you can just click and it says yes, go worldwide.
I don't know. But it's also got his website on there, which you see the link to up there. Did you just move the website?
Yes, I
In the
literally. Yeah, so I moved it probably about a month or so back now, and I use it as an opportunity to completely redesign it. So it's brand new.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
But it's a writer's struggle, and it's got a new banner, and it's all spiffy.
Shiny.
Yes.
And so go check that out too, and yeah, buy one of his books.
Yes.
Subliminal messaging there. So just remember, once you join the collective, you can leave Nevermore.
Nevermore.
Nevermore.